Okay, guess it's my turn to do live on stuff that's been going on and whatnot. I will say this before I continue. Some things are going to be disclosed so that other parents that are vulnerable and desperate do not continue to be victimized over and over by other parties that are claiming to be something that they truly are not. 1. 2. Parental discretion may be advisable because a cuss word may slip out here and there. 3. If you do not agree with what I am saying, that is your opinion. Do not attempt to then create debate. As this is my page, I am entitled to my opinion. You can then excuse yourself from my friends list, delete yourself. If you choose to support the actions of this individual or whom this individual works with, please also feel free to delete yourself from my friends list because I will not tolerate it by any means. For a period of time, I was not on Facebook because I was handling my own family court case. And I did not know what had been transpiring among individuals as related to the family rights movement. Let's just call it that. So I was completely outside the loop, didn't know what was going on. Well, eventually I get back on Facebook when things slow down for me, and I see a bunch of posts from different individuals, and I'm like, what the hell is going on? Well, I brought myself up to speed, and on my own opinions and my own thoughts, I'm thinking, oh my God, I can't believe this, is actually what's going on. I thought this was only happening to me, and now it just so happens not to be just happening to me. And a few days ago, I seen a post by another person who is on my friends list asking if a gentleman by the name of Martin Lynch is an attorney. At that point in time, I chose not to bite my tongue. Wrong, right, indifferent, it is what it is. This individual, Mr. Lynch, lives in the state of Arizona. And he was involved in my family court case. And I can say this because I will display the emails and this and that. I had followed this person's advice. January 19th happened. It was a shit show, for lack of better terms. I was held in the courthouse for 2.5 hours. Armed guards or bailiffs, whatever you want to call them, they actually work for the Maricopa County Sheriff's Department, held me in the courtroom. I was falsely accused of murdering 2 out of 3 of my children, who were at the time in school, which if the court would have sent law enforcement down to do a welfare check at the children's school, they would have found that they were completely healthy. But the court chose not to act that way. It is what it is. This individual told me that, mine and my children have constitutional rights, exercise them, blah, blah, blah. And I did so. And that backfired. So January 19th happens, and in family court, it's ordered that my 2 kids are taken from me, and that I'm to release custody by 4 p.m. at the Gilbert, Arizona Police Department. And it was just horrible. Well, during the course of the hearing, this individual I had contacted said, oh my God, this is what they're accusing me of. I'm being accused of murdering my children, and there's been no murder. They're at school. Please come down here and help. They're like, I don't know what's going on. It's crazy. Well, this person, when I contacted him, he thought it was funny, and he laughed and said, oh yeah, I'm just gonna stop by, you know, in a little bit, and this and that. Well, lo and behold, you know, he never showed up. I actually have emails to the liaison for the state of Arizona, saying, who is apparently in the same courthouse as I was, and I'm saying, A, I'm being detained against my will for a crime that never even occurred. Help? And it was just a mess. Well, okay. Eventually I get out of the courthouse, and this gentleman in the state of Arizona proceeds to call me and laugh about it and say, oh, well, you just have to laugh it off. I'm going to say right now, any man or woman that's held in a courtroom with armed guards being accused of murder when no such crime ever occurred is not going to laugh it off. So, well, I ended up releasing the kids to the police department at 4 p.m. and this and that. I was completely emotionally devastated. A couple days later, I had a follow-up hearing to find out whether or not I complied with the court's orders. This gentleman showed up there and once again thought it was funny. Did court watch, actually talked crap to the best interest attorney, who is shady, yes, but it is what it is. It didn't help my case. So, okay, being emotionally devastated and everything, I could not function. I could not even think. I could not stop crying. I could not get out of bed for 2 weeks. Nothing. This person said, well, they would help me with an appeal. And at that point, I'm desperate, so I said, yes, please. Well, then this individual says, well, we need to file this in your family court case. We need to file that in your family court case. We need to file every couple of days, 2 to 3 times a week, and inundate them with documents and court filings and this and that, and it'll fluster the judge, and it'll fluster the child best interest attorney, and they'll be so tired of dealing with you that they'll just send the kids home and just say, get out of the courtroom. Well, being naive and thinking that not all people out there would want to swindle me, I followed this person's instructions. So anyways, the other day I ran across the Facebook post asking whether or not this person is in fact an attorney. Well, I'm sorry to say it, but this person is not an attorney. If you follow his advice, please understand that it will be detrimental to your case. Only follow his advice if you never want to see your kids again, because I speak from experience. I followed this person's advice, and I have never seen my kids again. So, I'm going to show you what happened. The person became involved in my case, said that they were part of the father's rights movement here in Arizona, and also help mothers who are victimized by the court system, and court-appointed individuals such as best interest attorneys and this and that. I took his word for it. I did not think that this person had malice in their heart or anything else. So these are the emails where in February On the 14th, I was sent. It's just one of the emails. I have hundreds split between two email accounts where this person typed up criminal charges for shyster, notice of bar complaint, and says enjoy. And it was sent to me. Also, another individual was CC'd in the email, knew about what was going on in my case, and actually supported Mr. Lynch in what he typed up. And, sorry, this is kind of emotional to relive this. Supported Mr. Lynch in what he typed up. Well, what he typed up was this. Do not do this in your case. Don't do it. No matter what they say, no matter how desperate you are. I know parents love their kids. They're in a bad situation. They're fighting. They don't know what to do. Don't follow this. So this person typed up in my case, motion to prefer criminal charges to law enforcement regarding State Bar Complaint 18-02-83, Timothy V. Nelson, professional misconduct per ethical rules violation 8.4 et al. And perjury per ARS 13-2702, Section A, subsection 2, Class 4 felony. Now this person, and it is my fault for following this person's advice, but at the same time, I emotionally was not in my right mind. So this person goes on to call the child best interest attorney, shyster, per Black's Law, 10th edition, page 1591. And some other things. There are other filings where he refers to this child best interest attorney as